there's a new law that's now in effect in Mississippi. It was signed by an overwhelming, majority in the House and the state Senate, and the governor signed it. And it basically allows for religious proselytization in public schools in Mississippi. And, to an extent, it's saying something that we've already known is legal, which is that, if you're a student and you want to hold an after-school Bible study, that's perfectly legal. And if you want to write within context of some assignment about God, well, you shouldn't be punished for that as long as it's within the confines of the assignment. But what this law allows is it basically gives religious people, and by religious people it almost always means Christians, this loophole that allows them to pray at graduation, to hold up banners that have Bible verses on them at football games, to say prayers during morning announcements when there's a student, speaking and everyone in the school has to listen over the intercom. And to me, it's asking for abuse, because how would people feel if there were a Muslim student who was doing any of those things? Or an atheist saying, hey, this morning we're having, there might be a fire drill this afternoon, and also everyone, there's no God. And it's part of this limited public forum, this space they're carving out that says, religious people shouldn't be punished for their religion. Well, they're not punished for practicing their religion, but when you're at a public school, there ought to be some limits about how you talk about your faith. If you're sitting in the lunchroom, you and a friend, and you want to talk about religion, go for it. No one's ever going to stop you. But when you have this captive audience, like at a graduation or a football game or the announcements, I don't think that's a time when anyone should be practicing their faith in front of everybody as part of a show, as part of this, I'm going to force you all to listen to my Christian prayers. And I promise you, the moment a non-Christian student takes advantage of this law, there's going to be chaos. And what I'm worried about is that it's Mississippi. So there's a very sizable, there's not a lot of people there who are not Christian. So basically, this law is this green light for Christian students to pray in public space at school when everyone else has to listen to you. And I just think that's opening the door for all sorts of abuses. We're already seeing those abuses where that law isn't in place. And this law says, hey, you know what? If you do it, no one's going to punish you. In essence, just saying, go ahead, Christian students, go pray to everybody. We're all going to have to listen to you. And I don't even get what that's supposed to accomplish. Like what? If a student hears a Christian prayer or the Lord's Prayer over the loudspeaker, they're magically going to convert? I don't know what their intention is. But again, when you're representing the school at the graduation or a football game or an assembly or anything like that, I think there need to be some restrictions on what you can say and what you can't say. No one would be fine with it if a student just started swearing up a storm, because we say, no, there's some restrictions. When you represent the school, you shouldn't be able to do that. Same thing goes with prayer. I just don't understand any logic behind this law other than it's Christian politicians who want to serve their base and who want to use their majority to push religion onto everybody else. It's just ridiculous. My name is Hemant Mehta. I write at friendlyatheist.com and hope to see your questions in the comments.